All right, guys, it is that time of year again. I'm due for my annual condition inspection. Kyle just came into town from Cresswell outside of Eugene, and for those that don't know, Kyle owns Ragwood Refactory, and you are like part of a dying breed of young aviators that actually work on airplanes and innovate and do rad stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So let's talk about what we're doing today. First off, tell me the difference between a condition inspection and an annual inspection.
So experimental aircraft, they get a conditional inspection versus an annual inspection. Annuals are certified airplanes. The inspection we do ends up being basically the same exact inspection. The difference is different licenses to the mechanic. A conditional inspection can be performed by an A&P.
Which is airframe and power plant?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then an IA can do a full annual, exactly.
Full annual on any airplane.
On any airplane. And so, yeah, and so I carry both licenses. You start with an A&P, and then you get 3 years of experience in the field, and then you test for your IA, which I recommend that everyone does because the A&P is great, but the IA gives you the authority to sign everything off and return stuff to service. The A&P is like, you can do the work, but then you need a second set of eyes, second set of hands to help sign stuff off. Once you get the IA, you're the complete package.
IA stands for Inspector of Aviation?
Authorization, yeah, Inspector's Authorization.
Gotcha. And I'm excited about this one because everyone that has looked at my airplane knew less about my airplane. I guess you still know less about the airplane than me, but
Yeah.
he knows a lot more about mechanic stuff, so hopefully he'll actually find something, because that is the whole point of this, to make sure that we're safe. So just going through it and saying great is one thing, but if we can find something wrong and fix it before it's an issue, that's another.
First thing we can check just while we're going through this checklist is electrical. Battery, fuses, circuit breakers, switches, operational electrical system, exterior, interior, pitot heat, which you don't have.
No pitot heat.
So let's get the master switch fired up. We'll go check all the lights,
Okay.
and then we'll take a look.
There's stuff in there?
Yeah, you can see that fiberglass we were talking about in the tank?
Oh yeah.
I told you I saw some in there.
We're gonna freak Kit Fox people out here, but it's from running ethanol gas.
That is not what it's from.
Your tanks are falling apart.
So like a quick pre-flight kind of thing. Aerobatic guys, you'll see them do a really hard routine and pull a bunch of G's, and they have wood wings a lot of times. They'll break gussets off and stuff. You can go down the wing and you can tap on it and you'll hear those wooden gussets and stuff breaking loose.
Oh, if there's anything free bouncing on the fabric.
Exactly, anything free in the airplane. So you just tap your way down and you can listen, but also for storage of airplane, if an animal built a nest or something in here, just tapping down it, you're gonna hear stuff in there you're not used to.
Yeah, makes sense. So what do you got? Little connect to your phone borescope?
Exactly. It's like 60 bucks.
Really?
60 bucks, dude. I had a Snap-on one.
Yeah.
It was like 1,200 bucks. And in TSA shipping, it got cracked and they wouldn't replace the screen. Bought one of these and it's actually a better picture. Plug. And so you can see that's the sealing surface right there.
Yeah.
You're definitely, I mean, it's computer controlled, so they're running it pretty efficiently.
Sweet. Ordered.
Good investment. Here. It is cracked right here. You can see the rust on it.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of rust formed there. Let's see, something that works really good. For all the viewers at home, if you go to your phone, you could take a picture and zoom in really far. And you kind of see the evidence of that rust right there.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's cracked, but I'm pretty sure it is. The other important point to consider is when you find a problem on an airplane like this, so we came in here and we thought we found a crack, the first thing you want to do, everyone runs to clean it and touch it. It's actually better to not touch anything look at the evidence, take photos of what's there, because there's a lot of subtle cues of what's going on. You clean it, and early on in my career, I made the mistake of sanding cracks on wood spar. I thought I saw a crack, and I, for some reason, grabbed a piece of sandpaper, just trying to clean it up a little bit, and all that did was just blend the fibers back together and hid the crack.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, sometimes when you're cleaning it, you can actually hide what you saw originally, but it's still a problem.
Yeah.
And so kind of that weighs on your decision. But we're pretty positive this is a crack. We're gonna take the tail and torque the head back and forth and see if we can get it to open up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll probably have you hold the phone zoomed in. We'll move it and see if we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that opening a bit. Yeah, it's definitely a crack. Okay, we are approaching the end of our first day on this. Kyle's gonna finish up all the engine stuff. Everything's looked good aside from the one crack that Kyle found on my tail wheel, or the mount for my tail wheel. There's a plate that the back of the tail wheel assembly bolts to, and it's a pretty common area that kit foxes can break on in off-airport operations. So there's a tiny little hairline crack. Plan is I'm gonna pull off the rudder, the tail wheel assembly, get it all ready. We're gonna cut around it, and we're gonna have someone come out early tomorrow to weld it for us. So hopefully we can get this thing all finished up tomorrow, because Kyle is flying out tomorrow afternoon.
Places to be?
Yep.
Don't go over it again. It looks fine. We hit all the way around it. We're good. We are good.
Yeah, you too. Gary.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So that went about as good as it possibly could have. I think for how tight of an area that was, we were worried we were gonna burn a lot of fabric, and there was some wood in there that we were worried also would light. But Gary did a pretty good job of taking it slow and easy, and we got it welded up all nice and clean. Plan is we're gonna hit it with some self-etching primer and then just some Rust-Oleum. It's pretty much the same color. It's in such an inconspicuous spot. It's not worth trying to paint match this and go get the actual airplane paint for such a little patch.
Exactly. Yeah. We're mainly focusing on corrosion preventative. We're trying to make sure that we get this bare metal painted, which we will do right there. All of this aerodynamically is covered up anyways.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. We're gonna do a couple light coats.
That doesn't look half bad, man.
No. Pretty good stuff.
So, all done.
Yep, so we're done. We're gonna do a final walk around the airplane, make sure that all the panels are on, make sure there's nothing obvious that we forgot. We're gonna take the airplane outside and do a ground run. So what did we take off? We had the cowling, all the Seuss fasteners are back on. So here, we took this guy off. These covers are on.
Tips are on, lights are on.
Hey Trent, come take a look at this.
Come look at what?
Right there, we'll see.
What? And it is that time for me to say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. And for those of you that don't know, Squarespace is the ultimate way to build a website and run your business. You start with one of their award-winning templates. You craft it into your own beautiful, professional looking and working website that works on both desktop as well as mobile. And they have features for every industry. So I don't care if you're someone like Kyle, who runs his own business that needs a website and he books people using that website, or you're someone like me that does photo and video work and you just want to have a professional photo gallery or a blog, online store, whatever it is you want to do, you can do that with Squarespace. So if you haven't yet, head over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to purchase, go to squarespace.com/Trent Palmer. That'll get you 10% off. Thank you again, Squarespace, for sponsoring this one, and thank you, Kyle. And to anyone that is wondering, I'm gonna put all his contact info in the description below. If you're looking for someone to do a solid, and I mean that, solid, thorough inspection that could save your life, you need to talk to Kyle. You also do pre-buys.
Yep.
What else?
Everything aviation related, we're definitely available. So pre-buys, annuals, modifications, anything you guys want to do, give me a call and we'll figure something out.
Ragwood Refactory. So thanks again, Kyle. And you guys know the drill. Like this video if you do, subscribe if you haven't. Come be my wingman. See you on the next one. Peace.